Next project in our Portuguese home restoration is to put up guttering all around the house to keep the rain, to direct it away and stop it splashing back onto the house. So I'll just give you a quick guide of what the plan is and the kit I've got. So on the house at the back we've got the 3 different points coming off of it. Planning to put guttering all the way along, have a pipe going down, join into that little bit, pipe going down, join in there, all the way across the house, and a sort of exit pipe at the bottom. I haven't quite thought of that yet, but the water does drain away from the house, so pipe it onto the ground. So I've measured it all up, and this is what I've bought. I've got 3 different down pipes. I've got 8 lengths of white gutter and a ton of equipment, including all the exit points, the adapters, the bends, the end caps, and the brackets that hold it onto the wall. Onto the roof, sorry. They clip onto the tile, and I'll just show you how they work. So here's the bracket, and it clips onto the tile. I've had a go, and that is sort of perfect angle where it can clip on. This slides up and down, and this tightens onto the tile, although I'm planning to drill a hole through the tile or part way through to bolt that in. As it is, it's quite sturdy. Obviously with the up and down you can get the slope going in. So I've got 32 metres of gutter, which it will be a little bit less than that. I think it'd be about 28, but I'm allowing for cuts, and whatever's left over I plan to use on the outside kitchen area, and basically it's a question of putting that and joining it in. So I'm hoping that the corner joints will give me the feed down and allow me to join the water in at the end of each of these little runs. Hopefully it'll make more sense as I start installing it. I'm going to start with the front of the house, which is a straight run and down pipe, exiting the water onto the road, which is where it goes at the moment. So on to the cost. I bought all of this locally at our nearest hardware shop, and you can see a breakdown of everything I've bought. The total cost was a bit higher than I thought it was going to be. It comes out at €500, but it is quite a lot of guttering, and it all looks really good quality, so worth a spend, I think. They do ask you when you go shopping for your NIF number, and if you use it you can get a tax rebate at the end of the year, and I think a standard allowance goes into a computer and you can have about €250 per house rebate, I guess from the VAT side, off your tax bill at the end of each year. So a good encouragement for doing DIY or improving your home. So I've laid out everything I need. I've got an end cap on the end, a joint there, joint here. This one I'm going to have to cut when I get to this area. I've got the down pipe. I've realised I'm going to be a down pipe short because they have an adapter. They're flared at the end, but I can always nip back and get that. I'll probably see what I need more when I get around the other side. They're the downpipe clips. I'm definitely going to need a downpipe ending to point it away from the house. There's the end joint. That's a left-handed one, the others are right-handed. So all I've got to work out now is how many brackets I need along this wall, along these tiles. That electrical wire does move a bit, so I think I'm going to be okay around that. And I'm going to work out how many I need and then go up and drill all the holes first of all. I've got 40 brackets, so I'm thinking if I use between 15 and 18 along here, I'll have plenty for the back. That's the first clip just lined up, and I've worked out if I go every third tile along, I need about 16, 17 clips to get to the end, and that should work out okay. Probably just have to be careful I don't get one on a joint, but if need be I can always move one or two. So I've got the first two full lengths in, putting the final length in the front now. I decided not to drill all the way through, so terrified of cracking one of these tiles. So I've made like a big dent for the screw to go in. I've been moving this about and hitting it hard with a hammer to make it the right joins, and they've all held on really well, so they're definitely working. So on to the final bit. Just put this up there, and then I've got my downpipe attachment to do. And we've got our test rainfall on the front gutter. It's all dripping in the gutter, and more by luck with judgment, it's going the right direction. I'll go and check the other end, make sure it is coming out. So I go down the other end, the downpipe's in, and the rain's coming out, or simulated rain. We need to cut that back and put a corner joint on it probably. But there it is, front of the house done. That's taken about 4 hours. We've got our rain simulator at the end there, doing a good job. View of the guttering from the front. Again, it improves the look of the house, I think. It all matches, looks great. I'm going to estimate the cost of the front of the house to be about €200. Probably used a few too many brackets, but made a mistake in Sweden with some guttering and not putting enough brackets on, so gone for a bit of overkill. But I think they all look good, they're all evenly spaced, that's the main thing. Day 2 of putting the guttering in. I'm going to put the 3 cross gutters with downpipes in, and then the way I'm going to join downwards now, I think, is rather than a pipe, I'm going to use a bit of guttering. So what I'm going to do is put a big overlap on the end of each corner that the guttering down can join into. That'll be easy, clipping it in down there, but this will, with the wall, tile slightly overhang, so that might be slightly different. But I'm going to start with this lower section first, because I've got to drop into them. So I've just laid out everything I'm going to need, including the downpipe and the corner joints, and I'm going to start drilling all the holes to put the clips in and get this set up. Now I'm sure this is not the right way of doing it, but these clips are almost impossible to push over. So the way we've done it, we've positioned all the brackets along the pipe on the floor, and then I basically just put one in at the moment, so it's balancing on the one. So get the clips ready, the holes ready, get the middle one up, or the nearest middle two sometimes, and then tighten all the rest in and adjust it. But like I say, pushing these clips over, there must be a technique or a tool, because you've got to have a super strength to manage to get those to click across. But that's the way we've overcome that little issue. Okay, so the next stage, we've got the cross pipes across. We have come into a slight problem. We're about a foot short at the end, so we have to get a joint and cut a bit of pipe. We're now looking at going across from gutter to gutter. So we're going to do this top one first. We've got the gutter ready, and we've drilled a little hole in the end for the pipe to go, for the water to go into that end gutter. We're going to put 2 brackets in the wood down there. And the only other problem we've got is at the chimney, there's a gutter around it, a metal gutter. It doesn't quite reach the new gutter we put in. So what we're going to get is a tinfoil tray and cut it down and join that around there, just to give it a tiny lip into the guttering. I tried a little bit of a plastic bowl, but that's not really going to work. So we shall get the trays and add those in. So that downpipe's in, all a bit awkward, but it seems to work. We're just putting some water in at that end. You can hear it come down, and it goes to that downpipe. The next stage, join that to that. So apart from the very end, where we've got to add a little part and the 2 drain away angles, all the piping is in around the back. We've just started the water. You can hear it flowing. And I'm hoping it comes out this end.
Come in.
It's taking its time, but you can see it coming, and there it is. So we've got to put an angle on the end of there to drain it away over this path and give it all a bit of a clean, but it's all gone really well. The dark clouds are coming. We may well get rain today or at any time, but it is predicted for tomorrow. So hopefully it's all set for a good proper test tomorrow. It's starting to rain. We've been here for about 31 days, I think. Haven't seen a drop of rain. To show you what I've done down here, drilled some little holes in the end of these down pipes that come down. Did think maybe there's a way of getting a connector, cutting that back and having a corner connector and lowering that angle maybe, but then something you might look at, but at the moment quite happy with these. So yeah, starting to rain, predicted to rain all afternoon, so hopefully we get a heavy downpour and we can test it out. Even with this lovely rainbow, it's still not really raining here. Oh well, I'm gonna have to wait to test my guttering a bit more.